Wild times. Wow. Feels good to be here.
Woo! Wild times. Here we go in the studio. What are you drinking?
Yes.
What are you drinking, Pete?
I got a little IPA going on here.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it's like 10 a.m.
Good for you. I go ahead, do the thing.
Okay.
Do the thing.
I'm your host, Forrest Galante, the broologist. Joining me, as always, Papa P on my right, and to the right of him, Peter Fetzer. Why are you doing don't do a Hitler salute. Don't do that.
Bro,
No, what was that?
have you ever seen a Hitler salute? That's certainly not it.
That didn't look right.
It's just like a salute, a regular salute.
Okay. Well, good salute, I guess.
Thank
Are we
you.
allowed to do that because we didn't serve in the military? Is that a fucked up thing to do?
Well,
we'll find
the way
out.
Peter did it looked very Zig Heil-y to me. But
Fuck off, bro.
you gotta do two fingers. 2 fingers is cool, but the flat hand looks weird.
So Kyle looked it up. Yes, civilians can salute to show respect or gratitude.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
so
but look at his nice posture and his bent arm. It looks very different to Peter.
Yeah, I
Well,
might
that's
want to
just
watch a
on you.
YouTube video.
That's your perception of it.
That's
So.
true.
I'm happy to be here with you guys. I was in Vail, got 3 days of skiing in.
Oh, lucky.
Do you ski?
I snowboard.
Okay,
Poorly.
that scares me.
He skis.
Snowboarding?
You
Ew.
snowboarding or skiing scares me. I literally thought about it while I was skiing through some trees.
Why?
Because I ski carefully at my age, right? I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
And I go fast and have fun.
Yep.
But I don't go insane.
Yeah, I have one mode.
I know that. Okay. Ugh, yeah.
It's fun, though.
I was literally kind of going through some trees.
Yeah.
And the conditions were great. So it was real easy to control your speed. But I was like, Forrest shouldn't be here.
No. It was like, go ahead.
Kyle,
You should have seen him in India on the go-kart
I
track.
knew he was going to bring that up. I was
What's
going to
this?
try and brush by that.
What is this?
I'm sure there were no
you
rules.
You can expect, you know what you can
Did he
picture
roll it?
He didn't roll it.
I tried.
no.
He tried.
I
He
did try, and I
tried.
took out a big corner of the track.
Oh, my goodness.
No, so there were these go-karts that go 50 miles an hour.
Oh, my God.
And
That
it's-
is
yeah,
fast
they're
for
serious.
a go-kart.
They were, what were they, 120 horsepower?
Something like that.
They were
What?
legit go-karts.
No rules over there in
private
India.
track, no rules.
Yeah.
So we went at 10 p.m. It was me, Kyle, the rest of our crew, and a couple other guys. There was, 8 or 10 of us on the track?
Mm-hmm.
And I was for the first 3 laps, I was determined that I was going to win.
Yeah, of course. You're
And-
very competitive.
Very competitive, and I was not winning. So by lap 3, I was like, all right, well, if I'm not going to win, nobody's going to have fun.
Oh, you're such a prick.
Similar to the water slide at Animal Con.
Correct.
Oh, exactly. Getting it shut down.
But
Head first
Kyle,
dive.
I just turned into fucking Bowser from Mario Kart, and
Mario
I was like,
Kart, yeah.
I'm just gonna trash as many people as I
You're
can.
such
Were you
a
shooting
bastard.
turtle shells at people?
I was throwing stuff. I refused to wear the helmet. I did the whole thing, and then I was just go full speed. There'd be a corner, and you'd see the whole everybody's starting to turn the corner, and I just go full send, deadpan at every car I could, and I'd take out 7-8 cars at a time.
Wow.
And then big pileups,
How hard were you laughing?
I was screeching with laughter. I was like,
I mean, at the end of the day, though,
Screeching.
we're going to get that last
What a-
laugh.
what a
'cause
prick.
He's going to be dead by 50
know.
without a question.
That's
He
gonna
rolled.
suck.
He rolled that fucking dune buggy in where the hell were you? Mexico.
Mexico. I still have the scars. Yeah.
You're going to be dead.
It was fun though.
But so there was in Vail they have all these high end shops.
Yeah, right at the base there. Right at the bottom. Yeah.
Exactly. So I see a woolly mammoth skeleton, full
Oh, really?
reconstructed skeleton. Yeah, super high end rock and gem shop.
Oh, cool.
So I go in there. It's in Lion's Head Village, this place. But so I go in there. I'm looking at their stuff. They got all sorts of bones, and I see an elephant bird egg.
No way.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it right as the guy comes over, the geologist comes over, and he's like, is there anything I can help you with? And so I kind of wanted to get into a convo. So I said, I'm curious how much you're looking to get for this elephant bird egg.
Was it perfect or cracked like mine?
No, it was one of 40 completely intact.
Oh, wow.
Not
Okay.
cracked.
Okay.
65 grand they're trying to get for it.
65?
Yeah.
well, I mean, you're in Vail. That's where else would you put that
No.
egg to get that price?
I'm going the other way. I think that's underpriced.
Oh, really?
There's 40 of them in the whole world.
Yeah.
There'll probably never be more.
Well, he did say, I was like, wow. I said, I knew it was going to be some thousands. I didn't know it was going to be that many. And he said, honestly, I think because someone else owns it and he's displaying it, trying to sell it for him.
Oh, I see.
He said, I think if you offered 50, I could give it to you for 50.
And you thought about it
I'm
because
not
you were
gonna.
drunk?
No, it's pretty sober at this
How many
point.
credit cards do you take at the same time? Yeah.
Well, so Remind me what you paid in Madagascar for the one that was in pieces.
Probably like $25, $30.
So then that got me thinking. I was like, fuck, like, because Forrest has this cool elephant bird egg.
Is that the one in your office? It's in the back?
Kyle, you could pull it up in one of our, like, the YouTubes in the back. Yeah, you can see it.
But yours kind of looks like a soccer ball, right? Because it was in pieces.
Oh, you mean like the patterning?
Yeah.
Very much so, yes. And it took me hundreds of hours to put it back together.
Right.
Like, it took me so much time to put it back together.
Tell the story of how you got this egg.
you acquired
Oh, there it
the
is.
egg.
There it is over your
Yeah.
right shoulder there.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Can you zoom in on it, Kyle? Do you have the technology to do that?
Do you have the tech?
But see how his is all kind of, it
Here,
almost
I'll
looks like a volleyball.
I'll send
Yeah.
Kyle some pictures because I documented the whole process of putting it back together, and I was texting you and Scott Stanley. Do you remember?
That's right. Yeah.
But
For those who don't know, elephant bird it's an extinct bird. It's the biggest bird that's ever lived.
ever
Okay.
from Madagascar. Sorry, we probably should have explained that.
There's a rendition of how big it is compared to an ostrich and a human.
Wow. That is so you're talking like 12 feet tall.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
bigger
a
than a
big bird.
moa. It's huge.
That's
And thick.
bigger legs than Forrest.
I mean,
for
it's
sure.
a fucking dinosaur, essentially, right?
Everything, Peter. Yeah, it is. But anyway, so okay, we should preface this by explaining that we all went to Madagascar. Yeah, in Antananarivo, I don't know if they've cleaned this up yet or not, but there's this unbelievable market. It's like a gem. Try and see if you can find it, Kyle. It's like a gem and rock market in Antananarivo, the capital city of Madagascar. And we went. Patrick and I have been there twice together. We went on these big shoots, and then I think at the end of the second one, if I remember correctly, we went to this like gem market, and we went there looking for intel on pygmy hippo skulls because they have traded in them before. They found extinct pygmy hippo skulls, and they've been found at the market. So we went there looking for that. But when we got there, I don't want to speak for Patrick. I was blown away.
Oh, it's continue, and then I'll jump in. Yeah.
Okay. It was amazing.
Can I have one of your mushroom things?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Let's see if
It was-
mushrooms in.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. I mean, unbelievable. Like, Peter,
Yeah, tell me what was so incredible
this
about
is
it.
not doing it justice, but
It literally looks like a bunch of crates with
no,
rocks.
that
No,
looks like
dude.
what you see at like the LA trade show, you know, where you pick out the tiger's eye for $1.50. But
That's a good picture of it, and it's huge.
it's
It's like
huge.
6 of those.
So just
Yeah.
like tons of rare stuff that
But-
couldn't be found otherwise.
But everything at that market collectively is probably the value, I'm making this up, of $150,000 US, what they're selling it for.
If you bought it,
If
Right.
you
There.
bought it.
Yeah.
The value of it is probably $150 million
No,
US
billions.
dollars.
Billions.
Billions.
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's everything, dude. There's rubies and
Business
gems.
venture idea. Let's just go wipe it out,
Well,
bring it back.
I'll explain why.
I've thought a lot about it.
We'll explain why. Yeah, I've also thought a lot about it.
Keep that picture queued up. The last one with the blue.
Yeah, that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so we
Nope, the
go
other
there,
one.
we dig for intel, blah, 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 blah. And I'm asking about extinct animals and what hippo skulls. Yeah, we don't find any hippo skulls. But this guy shows us an elephant bird egg, a real elephant bird egg.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. So
First time you ever saw one?
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I saw one in the Copenhagen Museum, a whole one like what Patrick just saw.
Right, like under glass,
Yeah,
completely
of course,
inaccessible.
completely removed from it, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we start haggling, we start bartering. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't a lot of money, maybe $100. You know what I mean? Like
It was
tops.
definitely less.
Yeah. It wasn't a lot of money.
Yearly salary though for that guy.
Right. So I bought that. Patrick bought some fossils and some gems and stuff. We all bought a few things because it was incredible. Come to find out when we get back to the hotel, there's a reason it's also cheap.
Can't bring it back.
Can't bring it back.
bring it back.
Not allowed to fly home with it.
Ah.
So it was weird.
So
because
now you guys turned into smugglers.
Correct. Yeah. But it was weird because it was a Malagasy law and not a. I don't remember.
It's right. You can't get it out of the
Right,
country.
okay.
There's no concern about bringing it into the U.S.
Right.
It's getting it
Yeah.
out of Madagascar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were weird stipulations about whether it's intact or whether you found it versus you bought it. All this weird stuff. We like said, we're researching it all at the time. This is like, what, 10 years, 8 years ago now, whatever.
Statute of limitations.
I was going to
is
guess
up.
5, but yeah.
They'll let you back
Call
in
it
now.
whatever. So I took my elephant bird egg, which was perfect, but in pieces, as you say, like looks like a soccer ball. Kyle, see if you can find one like in like maybe a full office from my YouTube where you can zoom in on
How
it.
big compared to an ostrich egg is this? Is it
You
bigger?
can see it in my office because
It's almost as big as your head, which
You could
is
fit
nearly
probably 6
impossible.
ostrich eggs inside.
it's huge.
What
dude.
Forrest said.
Both.
Anyway,
Okay,
so,
so you
what
got it
I
in
did with
pieces.
mine, I don't know how worthwhile the story is. You could see it in the back corner there. Well,
Yeah.
you could see it for a second there. What I did with mine is the inside it's paper mache basically.
Oh my God!
So
Who shot this video? It looks very cinematic. Sorry, not to derail.
So see the ostrich egg next to it there?
Yeah. Now you,
that's
oh
the
wow.
size difference.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that was an ostrich egg there.
It's huge.
I thought it was just a regular
no,
chicken egg.
that's an ostrich egg.
I think people want to know how you smuggled it.
well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm getting to,
Yeah.
but Peter keeps interrupting.
I know. That's what I do. I derail things.
So I take that giant egg and I draw little like pencil lines on it and everything, soak it in water because I didn't know what was inside of it, but the inside of it was paper mache, so all the pieces fall apart. Then I
okay.
have my little survival cooking pot stove thing.
Yeah.
And I lay all the pieces like this, cupping into each other in that little survival pot stove thing. Also, well knowing if more pieces break, it's just more of the puzzle to figure out later.
Yeah.
Put the pot in my check luggage and flew home. And that was it.
And that
Didn't
was
even
it, huh?
worry about it.
Wow.
However, Patrick had a slightly different experience.
Yeah.
What happened with you?
So I bought a bunch of stuff like what you see on the screen
Some
here.
gems and
Yeah,
cool
like
rocks.
beautiful like crystals and this awesome like 2 foot tall chunk.
I think I've
of-
seen it in your house.
Yeah, it had a bunch of ammonites on it.
Beautiful.
And I wrapped them just like in my clothes and was just like, no, just
We'll
gonna see what happens.
Right.
And
Because
immediately
it
they-
also said, I just want to interrupt. I'm trying to find my egg building video. I just want to interrupt to say it also said online, if you're caught with it, because it happens every day, they just confiscate it.
Okay.
Like it wasn't like a big deal.
You don't get your hand cut off. or
No,
anything.
it was very like they just take it away because this market is literally 20 minutes from the airport and every tourist goes there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sorry.
Well, they probably make
yeah.
a killing in bribe money too.
And that's
Well.
what happened. Yeah. And so, yeah, they immediately found it, unwrapped it, and they're like, what's this?
Yeah.
What's this? And I said, oh, just gifts, because it was around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, gifts. And then they like unwrap more stuff.
We
And they're
like
what's
gifts.
this? And I was like, gifts. And they're like, gifts for us? And I said, yep. And they just took me back. There was just a little shower curtain thing. And me and 3 dudes crammed in like dick to dick.
Oh yeah.
And I just was like shaking as I like went and pulled out $20,
Uh-huh.
$20 US. And I was like, here you go. And they were like, oh, brother. And like massaging my shoulder
Best
and stuff.
friend.
And
Oh
let
my
me,
God.
Let me take it all out. But what I want to get to is, so this is a picture from the Tucson Rock and Gem Show. It's the biggest mineral show in the U.S. People from all over the world come to it, right? You see like people like congregations from like Dubai, people that are there and like for the Sultan of Brunei buying fully intact dinosaurs.
Okay.
So Madagascar is really interesting geology, but some of the pieces that you buy at this little market for $5,
Mm-hmm.
you see the same gems and the same crystals at the Rock and Gem Show for $3,000.
Wow.
So it's hard to export stuff out of there.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of the crystals you see that are really popular that people like are all from Madagascar. I mean, if you went in there with $10,000
Yeah.
and found a way to get everything out, you
Well-
could easily flip it for probably $500,000 or $1 million.
Go in there with 12,000, 2,000 for bribe money, 10,000
Yeah.
for product.
So it'd just be about getting it out.
Private
yeah.
plane. You got connections over there, huh, Forrest?
I do. In fact, we met this guy. Remember the crazy guy
course
whose
you
house we
did.
went to? Who had all
Oh
the
yeah,
collectible
Holy
stuff?
shit, I forgot about that.
He had a pygmy hippo skull.
That's
remember?
right.
He had some crazy stuff. He just reached out to me again recently, telling me he's found this extinct chameleon and that we should come and film it.
We had a lovely dinner and booze at his house. His
Yeah.
compound that he had.
Wait, Kyle, go to the picture I just sent you. It's all the way to the right in the camera.
Okay,
roll.
so Kyle's pulling up. This is the egg.
That's the egg. So there I
When
am at
you
the
bought
market.
it.
I'm
Okay.
thrilled because I found this egg, and it's very perfect looking, as you can see. I mean, it's obviously all pieces. Obviously, not even one egg. It's several put together.
Mhm,
Don't
right.
care.
Yeah.
Soak it. Blah blah blah. So when I get home, it looks like that.
Yes.
That's a lot of work.
By the way,
that's
I
like a
would've-
500 piece puzzle.
I would have looked at that and just been like, no.
You would have hired Ethan, our friend Ethan, to put it
Dude,
together.
it was so much work. It took so long because each piece had to fit together and then into an orb. You know, it's
And
not
you had
like
to
a
glue
flat.
it. You
Yeah,
glued
like this
it.
is me at like 1 a.m. like looking strong with a headlamp because I needed each piece.
This is why you're always busy.
Yeah.
Because there's never, you can't sit still.
No.
Like, you
I'm
have,
actually shocked that you did it and that you didn't have Jess do it.
I can't
she
believe
she did much of it.
knowing
let's be fair.
your ability to your ability to not have patience. It is very shocking that you put it together. By the way, like
Pretty cool though. Pretty cool thing to have.
There it is,
Oh, there
all
it is,
done.
finished now in the
I
office.
finished it. That took so long, dude.
Dude, I mean, getting the pieces, because when you glue it, like you're gluing it and it's permanent. Like that, I would be so frustrated because I'd be like, you
Can't
put
screw it up.
one wrong piece and you got to fucking, switch it around. You smash it again because you're furious.
I
Do
wonder
it all over again.
I wonder if okay, so the guy wanted 50 for his perfect one. Mine's probably worth like $5,000.
So I started doing some research because I was like, oh, how much are as the guy in the shop said, most of them look like soccer balls because they're in pieces. The cheapest I could find one that looks like yours was like $4,000 on eBay.
I'll take it.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
if you
considering
ever
you bought it for $25.
And it came with a story.
Yeah.
if you're ever in need desperately, you can just go to market and sell that egg.
Kyle, when did the elephant bird exist? I want to say it was around 20,000 years ago.
Oh,
no,
that's
it's
pretty
definitely
recent.
no, it's more recent than that because there's records of people hunting them. What does it say there?
Gone extinct 1000 AD.
So
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's like
1,000 years ago.
25 years ago, right?
1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Okay. Well, Kyle, do me a favor. Give me a little jingle jangle. A little.
Just anything. Oh. What's in the news?
from the underground.
Okay.
What's in the news? Good little segue here. The elephant bird existed around 1,000 years ago.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sounds good.
The woolly mammoth existed up until they found out about 10,000 years ago, right? In that one little island up in the Bering Sea, where they survived longer than everywhere else. Well, we all know, we've talked about it a lot. In fact, I'm wearing one of their shirts. Colossal is working on bringing them back.
That's right.
Yesterday, they announced something very cool that I personally have known about for probably 4 months and been keeping a secret.
Secrets.
I didn't want to keep it a secret because it's so cool.
Yeah.
What they've done as a proof of concept to show what they're going to do, because we've talked about this before. In order to make a mammoth, they take an elephant, they give it mammoth traits. They put mammoth DNA in it, right? They give it longer tusks, a big shabby coat, make it cold tolerant. Well, they've done the same thing, sans tusks, to a mouse,
That's right.
introducing the world's first woolly mice. And boy, are they cute.
Oh my goodness. This has been I've seen this all over social media. All right, okay. So on this picture we have a regular mouse on the right.
Yep.
And the woolly mouse on the left, which is
Yeah, the same. So these are like the test subject animals, right? So
Yeah.
you have the regular one, and that's what their offspring look like once they've genetically engineered them. So they basically created a gerbil. But regardless of that, it is a very, very cute thing. So these are now very fluffy, cold tolerant mice.
the cold tolerance thing's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
but no tusks.
No tusks.
Dude,
No
if they
I want
had
to see some
tusks.
tusks on that bitch.
Oh my goodness. That would
Some
be
guy
incredible.
sent me an AI thing he did. It's pretty cool. I could send it to Kyle of the mice turning into mammoths and growing tusks. But yeah, they're really darn cute. I mean, that's all there is to the news. Like you can dig into it as much as you like, but it's just a proof of concept.
So what did you think and what did they say when they told you about this 4 months ago? Were you like, that's silly or like that's incredible? It's not going to work. It'll look really cool.
Okay, so the first thing I said was, "Can I have a pair?" To which they said yes. So one day I will get a pair of woolly mice. And the second thing I said, well, I knew they'd been working on it for a while. Like I've spoken to
Right.
Beth Shapiro about it. I've spoken to Ben Lamb, like all the main people, Matt James. And we've talked about this because it is a proof of concept, right?
Mhm.
They need to show you can't just take an elephant and make a big hairy elephant and be like, ta-da! I mean, you
Yeah,
can, but
right.
a more natural progression is to be, as we've always done through clinical trials and human testing, like do it on mice, show that it works, show that it cures cancer, show that it grows hair, show that it can hang out in the Arctic. These suckers have already been in the freezer, you know what I mean? And they're doing just fine.
That's
so
crazy.
It's pretty cool. So I knew they were working on it, and I knew that this generation was being born and that they were going to announce it and all of that. And I was very excited because at the end of the day, it just looks like a gerbil. So I was like, I don't know if the world's going to care or find it
but the fur
interesting.
texture
What's the story
is
behind it?
the fur texture is unlike any sort of mouse-like thing that I've seen. It's a very clearly different fur texture.
It looks like a mammoth.
Yeah,
It looks
Yeah.
like a tiny
so I
little
think
mammoth.
it's worth noting that they've identified 85 different genes in what they think they did for the mammoth, right?
Yeah.
Like fur texture, cold tolerance, and whatnot. And so they injected some of the genes into mouse embryos
Mhm.
And then these fucking things were born.
So, dude, remember when CRISPR came out and it was like huge news? This was done with like CRISPR.
Yeah.
And like this is now, well, they've actually probably done other things with CRISPR, but I feel like this is the biggest news I've seen with like what they've actually produced with CRISPR. Other than the
people are doing some fucking shit in their garages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now
That's
it's
some weird stuff. I've seen it.
it's you have?
Yeah.
What have you seen?
Like a guy, a company was trying to make a documentary about basically like basement and garage CRISPR people
Yeah.
and all the weird shit they're
Because the
doing.
tech
Did
is
we work
so
on that
available
together?
now.
Because I saw a crazy thing on that. Are you thinking of the glow in the dark dog thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do remember. I think we touched on
I
this
don't know.
a little
Remember
bit.
why it's in
Yeah.
my brain?
What
but-
he must have injected like some bioluminescent.
Yeah, GFP, green fluorescent protein from jellyfish.
Okay.
Do you guys have any idea, you might not, this could be go nowhere, how CRISPR actually works?
No, none whatsoever.
I feel like
That's like asking me like, could you build a cell phone?
but it's like, what do they must just, it's under a microscope and they have some kind of automation that goes in and literally just removes a piece, like a tiny piece of a microscopic chromosome, a gene. What is a gene? I'm sorry.
It's like
Does
a
anybody know?
sequence of like protein.
Okay.
I think. I mean, I'm sure we sound like idiots because probably most of the people that are listening know more about it than we do.
Well, comment down below if you know how CRISPR works.
So it's
'cause that would
saying
be
here, what it transcribes. So CRISPR
Yeah, we sound like
spacer
idiots.
sequences Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Forrest don't read so well.
Well, I'm trying to understand it as I read it, but it's to do with the mRNA and how they space it and then put other stuff in to make DNA. But I don't
Right.
understand it. I mean, I'm not even
But
pretending I do.
like through YouTube, I think you can. Some of the people that are doing this stuff are just like they're not scientists,
Right, they're CRISPR influencers.
Yeah.
They're
The
gene
one that I
influencers.
saw that blew my mind, which may be the same thing you saw. I don't remember. I don't know why this is in my mind, but you can buy these like black web or dark web, whatever it's called, like, you know, the nefarious internet.
Yeah, the
CRISPR
dark web.
kits.
Oh, wow.
You know, so you buy a kit and it like ships to your house from some fucking loon that puts it together in his house.
Yeah.
And then it has all the pieces of the puzzle in it. And then it's like, have fun with your CRISPR.
Wow.
And this guy was literally, when Pat says it's not scientist, this guy was living in a trailer park. Dead serious that I
I saw
saw.
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what this is from. But this guy was living in a trailer park and he basically made glow in the dark dogs.
Well, so I mean, you picture like you can have, just like when you're making meth, not that I know how, you can have
just like when I was making meth.
you can have trailer park meth, which is a glow in the dark dog.
Yeah.
And you can have like Colossal meth, which is
True.
a woolly mammoth without
Pharmaceutical
tusks.
company.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Sure. Anyway, I think the woolly mice are really exciting. I don't know if or when I'll ever actually get a pair, but I'm excited at the prospect that I will.
There's a little bit something else in the news that's been going around. It happened right here in our backyard. Speaking of skiing, also in Big Bear.
Hey, Petter,
Yeah,
do your balls stink?
dude, they reek, but not anymore. I got this Mando starter pack, dude.
The worst ad we've ever done.
Oh no, dude, this stuff is great. Not only does it smell good, keeps the balls fresh for up to 3 days, man.
It's
Telling
the
you.
ball stink is the #1 cause of celibacy among college students. And
That's a
that's
fact.
scientific. That's science.
Dude, I'm telling you, this stuff smells great. You got the body deodorant, you got the armpit deodorant, you got the ball wipes, man. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, Mando, I love the stuff. All products are baking soda and paraben free. Clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone.
Oh, it smells so good.
It's good stuff.
It smells great.
Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off of your starter pack. Use code WILD at shopmando.com, shopmando.com. Please, guys, support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando.
I see an alert that there's someone at my door.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally watch as someone steals a package from my front porch.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'm like, oh God, it's probably just some like useless stuff. No, it's the worst case scenario. A package thief stole my shipment of Pretty Litter,
Oh
cat
my
litter,
God.
and it screwed me up because so Pretty Litter. You guys, everyone knows that I think it's one of the best products ever created for my cat Lemley.
Genuinely.
I love it. I'm subscribed to it. It shows up 3 months worth at my door. I never have to go shopping for litter.
Mm-hmm.
Until today.
Someone stole my pretty litter.
So angry.
And so I had to go to the pet store to pick up some of the old stuff that I used. And it's a nightmare. It's like you can't go back.
Yeah.
It's like going from sleeping on a really comfortable queen bed to like sleeping on a 2x4.
Oh man.
I bet you it doesn't have color changing signs to indicate health, wellness.
Oh, it's
not
all
it does
the
not.
clumping, the smelling, all the stuff.
Pretty Litter has that, and I have a 15-year-old cat, so it's very important to me that I use Pretty Litter. It is the best. You should
Listen.
try it. If you have a cat, trust me.
You must. Pretty Litter helps keep my house smelling fresh and clean as well. Try it and you'll love it. Go to prettylitter.com/wild to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. That's prettylitter.com/wild. Save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/wild. Terms and conditions apply.
Seaside for details.
See that for details.
Spring is here.
Yes, it is.
The weather is getting better. It's getting warmer. I was in Charleston last weekend and I walked by a Chubbies store,
Oh, yeah.
popped in, got some nice colorful boardies. I forgot how nice their stuff is. I'm glad it's warming up. It's Chubbies weather.
Yeah, it's time. I mean, look, if you're looking for a little refresh for this spring and summer,
Yeah.
you go no further than Chubbies.com. We're going to give you a sweet discount. I'm wearing the performance polo with
So
my,
stretchy.
look at the stretch. Look at that stretch.
I got on this nice little Chubbies kind of spring jacket.
It's a shacket.
It's a shacket.
It's a shacket.
Yeah, it's
Very
a
nice.
shacket.
And don't forget the original stretch shorts. 4, 5.5, or 7-inch inseam. You're a 4 guy.
Oh, the shorter the better.
Your
I'm a
friends
5.5
will
guy.
Your friends will be talking about you in your 5.5 inch
Look,
Chubbies.
if your testicles aren't falling out the side of your shorts, you're wearing shorts that are too long.
They're just too long.
Fact.
Look, whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or a weekend getaway, Chubbies has you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our viewers 20% off your order with our code WILDTIMES at chubbyshorts.com. That's code WILDTIMES at chubbyshorts.com. Support our show, please.
Please.
And tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubbies.
The cutest videos of some eagles have been born. Some little baby eagles have been born, which I guess is a semi-rare event.
Bald eagles? I haven't seen
bald
this.
eagles. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Is this the cam?
Yes, man. I literally will watch this live cam of just these eagles chilling in the nest.
Kyle, how many people are watching this live cam right now? Is this a live cam?
This is probably the one where they're actually born.
This is the live here. 65,000 people.
oh, look,
Are
it's
currently watching it.
Currently right now.
So right now there's 65,000
65,000 people are currently watching this eagle sit in its nest.
That's
Nope,
right.
sorry. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's correct.
But I mean, dude, it's so relaxing.
We're doing something wrong.
Yeah, little lo-fi music, AI generated behind it. But so yeah, pop back on them being born, man. It's shot so beautifully too. You watch them, man. You watch them help them come out of the eggs, the dad or the mom. And dude, it's just so. If you skip forward a little bit, so we can actually see the little
what's
bird
Kyle
come
doing?
out. He just
not
wants
listening.
to watch. There he goes. He's pecking his way out. Now, I did notice that the mother or father eagle helped him get out of the egg a little bit. And by the way, I was also fascinated
It's
that
probably a nightmare to try and get out of an egg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it sure is.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
trouble with breakfast.
That's why you
And-
have to have an egg tooth.
But there's this a monogamous bald eagle couple that just live in this nest, dude. And
Well, yeah, they're. I mean, supposedly they're like the most monogamous animal on Earth.
Bald eagles are?
Yeah,
yeah,
because they'll choose a single partner at the age of 2, typically, and then they live to be like 50.
Right. And
Here he
even if it
comes.
dies, they don't mate again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
What is FBB? Oh, Friends of Big Bear Valley. Got it.
Yeah. Oh, the little guy comes out. He's just like, and you got a new baby eagle. Do you know, like, are eagles still endangered, or are they good to go now? You don't know.
Nobody's ever asked it that way before.
Are they good to go?
Are they good to go?
I don't know.
Bald eagles. Look at their conservation status. I think they're considered like vulnerable at this
Vulnerable.
point, but
Yeah.
they're all protected across the U.S. You can't do anything to hurt a bald eagle. See, look up specifically bald eagle conservation status.
So if
please.
you want a little like unethical life pro tip, put a bald eagle nest on your property if you don't want anybody coming in there and fucking with it.
That's such a hard thing to do, by the way.
Well, dude,
least concern. Never mind.
You
Yeah,
can also
good.
do it. This is legit, and I saw this as an unethical life pro tip on Reddit. You can put a bat box on your property,
I have one.
and then they're protected. So like the government wants to come and like what's that thing where they can just take your property? Eminent domain.
Yeah, eminent domain.
Just run. They want to do like a road through there. Oh, sorry. Just put a bat box up Boom,
Dude,
get some bats going.
I don't know that I believe that works. First of all, Kyle and I had this conversation once. It was you, right, who also put up a bat box?
Uh-huh.
How many bats have visited your bat box?
0.
Well, he's no biologist.
I am a biologist.
How many bats have you got?
0.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. No.
All right.
I've had that bat box up as high as I could get it in the tree for like 10 years. 0 bats have ever gone to it.
All right. So it's a little more difficult. But, dude, I just thought it was crazy. This was super viral, this video of them hatching.
Go back
think
to the
it's
live
great.
cam, Kyle, real quick.
I can't believe 65,000 people are watching this, us
It's
included.
just
I'm usually one. I just turned this
a
on.
single bald eagle sitting in the nest, which has got about 6 inches of snow in it, and it's snowing, and it looks incredibly cold.
Looks miserable.
And the eagle looks so mad.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the father.
And he's
what do
closing
you,
his eyes, but it's like, this is fucking futile. I'm shivering.
you think it's the dad or the mom, and the dad went out and she's just pissed? Like, why does he get to go out? Why does
Yeah,
he?
of course.
He's skiing.
He's literally. I was gonna say he's out fishing with his friends.
Yeah.
and she's sitting there like, I fucking hate that guy.
This sucks.
Why
I'm
did I
so
marry
bored.
him? I should never have had children with him. all the things our wives think daily.
You think it's mostly, so 65,000 people are currently just, there's nothing going on. It's a beautiful frame.
Yeah, that's it.
You think it's mostly people that are just like at work and it's just, they're just watching this to like calm down?
It's got to be. It's
That's
got to
what
be
I do.
background, right? It's
Legit.
not like something you're tuned into.
I'll have it up on my side monitor, and then I have the 2 other monitors, and I'll like start getting stressed, and I'll have the lo-fi music on. I'll look over. I'll be like, oh man, what a life.
Is there a chat that is associated
Yeah.
with this live?
Oh, there's a chat.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a
let's
chat.
see. Are people talking?
There's a vote. Looks like they got a little poll going. A lot of hearts getting strewn up there.
This is crazy.
Yeah, you got the live chat there. Kyle, type something in. Be like, hello from Wild Times.
Yeah, do it. Why not?
I don't think
I
you're.
can't.
Yeah, no, it's not allowing it. It's only allowing likes.
But look at them flooding in. So obviously it's a legit thing. Wow.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
thought
turn
it was
its head.
cool.
Turn its head.
Oh,
Cool.
boy.
I saw something else in the news, Forrest.
Yeah, tell me.
Remember when you found an extinct animal in the Galapagos?
Sure do.
Another animal was found.
Yeah.
Not as cool in my opinion, just because it's not as big.
Yeah, fair enough.
But after 190 years, the extinct Galapagos rail, which is a very cool flightless bird, very cool looking, was found on Floriana Island.
Wow.
Originally extincted due to invasive species.
Yep.
But
Rats and
scientists
cats.
recorded acoustic calls and, most importantly, a photograph of this flightless bird, which is very cool bird.
Yeah.
190 years,
It's
man.
a long time.
That is a long
That's
time.
that thing.
longer than our tortoise. That means it was there when we were looking for the tortoise, by
That's
the way.
true. You guys
Um,
just couldn't
So
find
basically,
Wrong
picture
island.
a flightless crow
Yeah.
with the red eyes of the devil.
it. Legit unnaturally red eyes.
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful photo, though.
Well, it's good because it says that the discovery follows the eradication of invasive species that took place on Floriana, which I remember when they wrapped that up towards the end of maybe it was last year or the year before. And they're like, all right, like we've pretty much got rid of all the rats and cats, which makes sense because now what you should see is a boom in these sort of lost species or critically endangered things. Because if you're a tiny little nesting ground bird like this and there's rats and cats, you're twofold fucked. Because
Yeah. It's
cats
instant,
are gonna
right?
cats
It's
are gonna eat you.
Yeah.
Rats will also, by the way, eat a small ground bird, but the cats are 100% going to predate upon the birds,
Of course.
and then the rats are going to predate upon the eggs sitting on the ground. So
Yeah.
the thing has no, you know what I mean? It's like it's
totally unprotected.
fucked on every sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, by getting rid of,
And it was naturally recovered, too, which is pretty cool here.
but
it
that's what
says.
should be happening, right? As long, obviously, there was a few of them that were nesting somewhere that rats and cats weren't finding them.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they've, for the most part, got rid of eradicated rats and cats from the islands, which my guess is, honestly, candidly, no disrespect, but I bet you they haven't fully got rid of the rats and cats. I bet
tough.
they've knocked them down by 99%, but I'm
Yeah.
sure they haven't got rid of them.
You know how hard it is to get rid of a fucking cat?
Do you know how hard it is to get rid of one rat in your house, let alone an entire island?
Damn near impossible.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm guessing they've knocked that population way down. So now you're going to see some of the native flora and fauna start to like recolonize that's hung on.
It says here that the Galapagos dove also is returning because of this, because these assholes getting eradicated.
You know, it's weird to think though, right? Like the dodo was a flightless bird,
Yeah.
and I think got wiped out in like 50 years. Really, maybe
less. Yeah.
And like in New Zealand, a bunch of their flightless birds where they're almost gone.
Almost everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost makes you wonder how any flightless bird evolved in the first place.
Because they had no predators. That's
So
why
they
New
just,
Zealand's
they're
such
just
a
areas
fucking
with
snooze.
literally no carnivores.
Yeah. That's why New Zealand's such a fucking snooze to me. It's a beautiful place. There's nothing on land of interest that isn't an invasive species.
Right.
Yeah, you know, the only things that evolved there. If I went to New Zealand 500 years ago right now, it might be the coolest place on the entire planet. They had Haast eagles and moas and all this amazing stuff. But humans came in and brought rats, cats, goats, sheep, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And for millions of years on the island of New Zealand, all the birds that landed there went, wow, this place is paradise. There's literally nothing to eat our eggs or hurt us here. So over generational time, they're like, why are we bothering to fly? Why are we bothering to nest in the trees? Let's just sit on the ground and lay our eggs here.
They had
Yeah.
a meeting.
Yeah,
They had a meeting. Yeah.
no competition, man. It'd be great.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, you're just chilling, man. It's
Dude.
like living on vacation.
Can you imagine that meeting?
The bird meeting?
Yeah, where like the first
Role play
bird
it.
was like, hang on a second, guys. We're spending a lot of time flying.
Yeah.
There's kind of no point.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh man, speaking of being exhausted, did you see these?
The gummies?
The Magic Mind gummies?
The
Dude,
yummy gummies?
Dude, it's I consider this a work day. Not really, but I want to get some focus here.
Well, I
Yeah,
like, because
three of
I've
these
already
bad
had
boys.
3 cups of coffee this morning. I got up early, did a workout, that whole thing.
Yeah.
This has all the yum-yums that make your brain smart,
That's
minus
right.
the caffeine. So they're
Ah.
nice for when you don't need more coffee.
That's right. You can eat them even after you've had your coffee, Patrico.
You're talking about the Magic Mind gummies that you're
No, the-
shoveling in your gullet as we speak.
Oh, they're so tasty.
Chewed
I'm
loudly
also
into
hungry.
the camera,
I have
everybody, or
one?
into the
Yeah,
mic.
you can have one, even though now I only get 2. You bastard. Yeah, I love these things, man. We got a promo going on. They got a promo going on. 25% off with code WILD25 for the launch promotion. So go check out the website over there, Magic Mind. What is it for? Kyle, chime in.
Yeah, it's
Here we go.
I don't know.
This
It's
is,
too-
no,
it's
no.
too
See,
long.
this
It's
is
too
fun.
long.
Let's see it. Let's count the silence.
magicmind.com/wildgm.
Oh, they got the magicmind.com. So you go there, 25% off. Wild 25.
Go ahead.
I was going to want to do one more news story?
Yeah, I was gonna set it up.
Oh, well, you said it.
Can I
up.
set it up, please?
Yes, please do.
When you think about sharks intercoastally, right? Shark in a river.
Yeah.
What species, Peter? What species do you think of?
Great River Dolphin.
No, come on. What
on.
shark have we talked about that can
Is it
do
a
just
river?
as well in the river as it can in the ocean?
Give me like a little hint. It's got horns. It looks like a devil. Oh,
He's fucking stupid.
yeah.
I was trying so hard. Like, Patrick was looking at you. You had to look
Give
at me
me
and be
like
like,
a little hint.
what has horns? What animal has horns?
A goat.
Yep, that's
True.
it. The
A
goat,
goat
shark.
shark. All right, fine. Everybody, go.
A bull shark.
A
You
bull
know
shark.
this. We've talked about
I
this
know, I
hundreds
know.
of times.
I can't remember everything.
Forrest, what if I told you that there's a shark in the intercoastal waterways in Hollywood, Florida, that's raising eyebrows? And let me show you this photo, and you
Okay.
tell me if you think it's your standard bull shark in the river.
Okay.
It's Jaws. There's a video of it.
From
Just
the,
the fin.
from the
Cruising
fin, it
right-
looks maybe a little more pointy than
right
a
next
bull.
to someone's backyard.
Lemon shark. Okay.
Ooh, yikes.
Oh.
Oh, what is this? What species is this? The
Newscaster?
fucking- the newscaster.
The big forehead guy.
Sorry, yeah.
All
I don't
right,
wanna
let's
make fun
see
of
here.
anybody.
So I saw pointy fin. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, what do
It's
we got?
definitely not a bull shark.
Ooh, it's right there up at the shore. What
I mean,
would
these,
do this?
these are people's patios, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
there's
crazy.
A big shark just hanging out. 2
Which,
feet
by
off
the way, if
patio.
this was a bull shark in South Florida,
you go.
that's normal. But that appears to be a mako shark.
Ooh, how can you
based on
tell?
what, that tail fin?
The tail fin, the pointiness of the fin, the way it's swimming, and the fact that the newscaster had a yeah, and there it is. There's
Oh,
its
wow.
head. That is a mako.
What's it doing there? That's a weird behavior.
No, it's jacked up. So this thing has something wrong with its brain. So
Poor
it either
guy.
has that PSP thing that a lot of the sharks were getting. Dude, since you said that newscaster, it's the only thing I could see.
He kind of looks like the shark.
He does a little, but
So makos have no eyes in their socket or what?
no, it's got a big black eye. But this thing's jacked up in the head. He's either got that PSP syndrome that the sawfish were getting, or some kind of poisoning. But first of all, makos are open water pelagic sharks. They should never be even near to the shore, really.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking like deep water offshore animals. Like they very rarely come in close to the coast. Excuse me. And then to have one in the fresh water or the brackish waterways, this thing's definitely all kinds of jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those like freak instances.
What is the PSP syndrome that you were talking about?
Says the shark has been lingering in the area for several days, showing sluggish behavior, possible sign of something. Well, yeah, something is wrong. But that's crazy. It hasn't died. It's the spinning syndrome. I think it's called PSP. Check it out, Kyle. It's spinning syndrome on sawfish. I think we talked about this. Didn't we talk about this on the pod?
Doesn't ring a bell for me.
So for a long time, as these HABs, these harmful algal blooms were happening I did a show on this. That's why I know so much about it. But the harmful algal blooms were taking place in Florida, and the fish and sharks were getting this spinning syndrome. So basically, they were getting so intoxicated by this harmful algal that it was changing their brain chemistry. And all of these, it was the worst for these guys, these critically endangered sawfish. See if you can find a drone shot, Kyle, because they would just start spinning in circles. Like they'd get so crazy and dumb in the head as from toxic water that they just start spinning in circles. Abnormal spinning. Try it. I don't know. You'll find it. But
These algal blooms are just because they're happening more because the water temperatures are so high.
It's a combo of things, but one thing that we actually found on our show that was so sad and so disgusting is that everybody thought it was fertilizer from golf course and lawn runoff. It's mostly human fucking waste is what it is. It's mostly sewage.
Brutal,
so
man.
all of that like Jupiter, West Palm, all of that area that feeds into the inland waterways, specifically into the IRL, the Indian River Lagoon, it's all septic dump and leaching, especially when these hurricanes come through and these floods come through. All the septic goes into the ocean. And so what it is you have this massive influx of nutrients from all of our little poo-poos and pee-pees. And then you have this heated up water because the weather is so hot and it's creating these massive blooms and algae that suck up all of the oxygen and are toxic.
And then that stuff comes in along the coast. I remember, was it, I don't know if it was seaweed or what, but when I was out there a couple of years ago, you couldn't even go in the water in the Atlantic there in Mexico because all of that shit was coming
That's
up
another
onto,
thing.
Is
That's
that a different
sargassum.
thing? Oh, okay.
That's called sargassum. We can look at that as well. But no, it's crazy. So and this is what's happening, right? These things were beaching themselves and spinning like this in circles. Stingrays were doing this, but it's because of this nutrient-dense water. And then it's a couple things. In addition to it being poop and pee and all of this and all these fish acting crazy like this, there's so much pharmaceutical leaching from our bodies that the fish are getting hormonal imbalances and irregularities. So mostly from Vicodin and Cialis.
Jesus.
So we're taking so much Vicodin and Cialis, especially in Florida,
my God,
that we're pissing that into our toilets. Then that's going out into the waterways and it's bioaccumulating up the food chain. So things that sit at the top of the food chain, like these sawfish, are getting mass doses of Cialis and Viagra, in addition to everything else I explained, and it's literally making them insane and have hormonal imbalances.
It sounds like the end of time.
So, but you're saying it's mostly from septic tanks. It's not like the city of Jupiter's sewage is running.
Hard to say.
Okay.
I don't know the answer. I don't know how the city planning works there. But
sure.
Yeah, the understanding is that, and everybody thought it was fertilizer and lawn runoff that was making these booms because fertilizer grows stuff, right? And you're like, oh yeah, there's golf courses. It's Florida. The whole state's basically a golf course. And we found out by doing a lot of water sampling up and down the IRL that it's mostly human waste.
That's a terrible negative thing. Let's talk about something.
It makes me think it's so dumb. I know I bitched about it once, but like it's so stupid the way like the state of California is supposed to be very like on the forefront of green as far as states go. And the fact that that if I were to take a little 22 and go out and shoot a gopher, they will take me to jail.
Correct.
But I'm allowed to spread as much poison on my lawn as possible as I want.
Correct.
It's so fucking stupid.
It makes no sense at all.
Yeah,
makes no sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about? So I would say that Mako has come inshore with something wrong to begin with, and then has all these other symptoms of toxic water. Do you know what I mean? Like to it. It's not necessarily toxic to the other animals that live there. That usually happens midsummer when it gets stagnant and hot. But to the Mako, it's definitely got something going on in its brain.
You think it's dangerous?
The Mako?
Yeah.
No, I think it's too jacked up.
Damn. Yeah. So it's only got a couple days left, huh?
I'm surprised it's still alive. It says here, man, that guy in his forehead. It
We
says
should see if this guy can come on the show and defend himself.
The Hollywood,
Against
Florida live news.
against me. Peter started it. I would say that I'm surprised it's still alive. It says in the article that it's been there for a few days. I'm shocked it's still alive.
So I know people who only listen to the show. I was just with one of them when I was skiing, and he listens to it, but only listens, doesn't. But once in a
watch.
while, we'll talk about something. And he's like, "Fuck, I gotta go look on
look
the
at
YouTube." More people who are only listeners will come to see this guy's forehead than the shark or anything else we've talked about.
Well, and that's fair. Kyle, just pause frame on it for a good second.
Oh, that's a
Like,
good one right there.
I mean, I
yeah.
think he's probably considered a handsome man.
Yeah, I think he's
He
got
is
good hair.
undeniably a handsome man, but his forehead to face ratio is way off.
I feel like he took that shirt right out of Pat's wardrobe from 3 years ago.
That's what you call a 5-head.
He's also
that's
got
not a 4-head.
He's got a lovely spray tan.
Oh
Yeah.
man, look at Forrest talking about the size of somebody else's head. I got a fun one. I just had a little quick fact question.
Go ahead.
If I was to say,
It's interesting. It's a fact and a question at the same time.
I was like, what is a fact question?
It's a faction.
A faction.
Go ahead.
So there is one insect, I'll give you that hint, that causes a penile erection that can last for several hours. We might have talked about it, but do you guys have any idea? And I'll give you one more hint. It's Brazilian.
Okay, now can I ask a question? Is
No.
it an insect or is it an arachnid?
It's an arachnidsect.
No,
Helpful.
is it an arachnid or
Yeah,
an
it's an
insect?
arachnid, you pig. I didn't know they were different.
Okay, well that's helpful.
Well, I'm glad that you asked that question.
I just had a feeling it was a spider, and
You're
Yeah.
right. So you've got Brazilian blank spider.
Penis spider.
the Brazilian cock spider.
Yeah, Brazilian hardwood spider.
Yeah.
Brazilian wandering spider causes a penile erection, the bite from it that can last for several hours. I mean,
Is that
Okay,
only
well-
if it gets you on the penis?
no, anywhere. It's like
Well,
a Viagra
Can
pill.
I just point out that
Nice.
we have just solved 2 problems at once?
Yes.
We've just solved the Indian River Lagoon crisis that I mentioned.
That's right.
And we've just made $1 billion.
We got to
Yes.
go catch these spiders.
All we have to do is figure out how to isolate the spider's dick hardening
No,
properties.
not even. I mean, if you're one of those people who's afraid to take pills for
Yeah.
your erectile dysfunction, just get a few of these, or a couple of these in a cage, and you just
stick
put
your hand in there.
and get a
Well,
bite.
Let's test this repeatedly on Kyle.
It says it causes an extremely painful erection. So I think it probably causes a priapism. You probably have to go to the ER.
And get it
Yikes.
like a little go to sleeper.
I think so, because otherwise I think the tissue will get destroyed.
If so, that must be a throbbing hard on.
Let's take a dog leg into something
don't
awful
like
for
that.
a moment. Man, I'm debating calling my friend. Should I? I'm going to call her. Let's see if she picks
This
up.
will be good.
Who
Pod.
is it?
Let's see if she picks up. It's my buddy's wife.
Oh,
Let me
boy.
see if she
Is she a
picks up.
penis surgeon?
Yeah,
Yes.
she knows a lot about
Really?
penis.
Speaking of which, friend of the pod, I just saw Laura Zara just announcing that she went back on Naked and Afraid again.
Oh
Yep.
wow!
I saw that Forrest commented on it too.
I did. I couldn't believe she did it again, to be honest.
Because I think she said she wouldn't do it again when we asked her that question. But it's been 18 years. I feel like since she's been on
Let's see if Alyssa picks up. I hope she does.
the penis surgeon.
This story is insane, and you got to get it from the horse's mouth. It's about penises. So
Oh my God!
let's see. Come on, Alyssa.
From the horse's penis.
She's gonna be like, "Why is this guy calling
Is
me?"
it quite possible that she's in the operating room doing real work while we're recording this
Yeah,
podcast
of course
nonsense?
it is. And if she doesn't pick up, that's the out that we'll give her.
Leave her the message though.
Ah. All right, I'm going to
Leave
leave
her
her
a
a
message.
message.
Here we
I'm
go.
going to.
3.
Oh, that's her phone number. Ah.
555.
All right.
This is
Stand
good
by.
podcast. So she's
No,
doing a
like,
surgery,
Probably.
life saving.
Longest voicemail greeting.
Alyssa, hi, it's Forrest. I actually spoke to your husband earlier today. I was calling because we're currently on air for the Wild Times podcast, and I was hoping you would tell the story of the very handsome young man who took the Viagra and then whose penis wouldn't go down, so you had to cut it off.
Oh!
Gave it away.
I gave it away.
Yeah,
I gave it away.
No burying the lead here.
But I was hoping you'd tell us because the way you tell the story is tremendous. Hope you're having a lovely day enjoying those penises.
All right. Well, so now we
definitely
gotta
don't say her last name because I think she's
Did I?
probably no.
Oh, okay.
But she's probably not allowed. There's like HIPAA regulations. I don't think a surgeon can just cut your cock off and then go on a podcast and talk about it.
Well, okay, let me
Yeah.
tell the story as I recall it, just briefly. And you got the giveaway. She was working in the ICU.
Must
and,
have been.
And this guy came in, and it was her, and it was 2 other women, and they're all like pretty attractive younger girls. And this guy comes in, and the three of them are like, oh my God, he's dreamy. Like, he's so handsome. And this is the way she tells me the story.
Oh, dear.
And then they're
I
like,
hate where this is
what's
going.
wrong with him?
What's wrong
And
with him?
he had taken Cialis or Viagra, one of those things, and he'd had an allergic reaction. And it's like a 1 in 1,000 type, or no,
More,
it's
1 in 10 million or something.
No, it's not, because it happens more often than you think. Like it's like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000, whatever.
Yeah.
Holy
But
cow.
Yeah.
usually when that
Holy
happens,
cannoli.
you have to go in within like 4 hours, and they give you an injection. It goes away.
Yeah.
He had waited and waited and waited. He had come
He
in
thought it
after
would
like
wear off.
10 hours or
Oh,
something like that.
no.
It was necrotic.
It was necrotic.
Oh my God.
And he was in excruciating pain,
Oh,
and her and these other 3 giggling gals had to lop the. They couldn't save it.
Dude.
They had to take it off.
Okay.
Kyle looks like he's about to puke. he's turned
Poor
green.
It's my worst nightmare. I did see on that note that Tadalafil, which is one of them. I don't know which one it is, but it's the generic
Tadalafil.
Tadalafil. You know, you're an expert.
Is this the
Just
same
know how
thing?
to pronounce words.
Well, so it's basically, I can't remember which one is the brand name, whether it's Cialis or Viagra or whatever. But so they're now selling this as a longevity thing. So they're
A
saying
hardgevity thing.
you basically can go online now and see a doctor, like a telemedicine doctor, whatever. I don't even know if you actually talk to him, but I got like an ad for this, and it's being promoted as like a longevity. Like, you take the pill and it's good for your heart. It will make you live longer. So now these ED pills, I guess, dude, I don't like the way this is going, by the way. You can just get whatever like compound you want online without talking to a doctor.
yeah, but I mean, in all fairness, these are drugs that aren't regulated in many other countries.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know much about it. You seem to be an expert.
I'm with Patrick in the sense of like, it's so annoying when I want, like Xanax, for instance, right? You guys know I have zero anxiety issues. If I'm on a 16-hour coach flight, you better believe I'm taking a Xanax.
Yeah,
Like, it's like time
Prescribed.
traveling. We've talked about it. It's not
Right.
prescribed, because I get it when I go to Mexico, because I have no excuses. If I
Right.
went to a doctor here and they're like, why do you want Xanax? I'd be like, because I hate flying for 16 hours in coach uncomfortably, and I like napping.
Oh, I
He'd be
do.
like, fuck off.
I think they'd give it to you if you told them that.
Would they?
I just want a
No,
couple.
dude. So when we went to the Galapagos, I knew we were gonna have like an 8-hour boat ride,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, man, like it's just like, I don't want to be
That's rough.
seasick. I might want to like just half a Xanax just to like knock out on this like miserable boat ride.
It was
It's a
long.
small boat,
That's long.
and so I emailed my doctor,
Yeah.
and I just described it, and I just said, I'm probably going to be really anxious. Could I just have a prescription for 1 Xanax that I'll split in half? I literally did a whole proposal, and he just said no.
Oh really?
Yeah, he said,
Wow.
no, if you have anxiety, I recommend you like go see a psychiatrist.
What a
The most
dickhead.
curt piece of shit. I never talked to him again.
Yeah.
And then we landed in the Galapagos, and there was a pharmacy, and I just went and bought a bottle of 150 Xanax for
Right.
$10.
Exactly.
That I've still 8 years later, like I
Yes.
take like one every like 3 months.
I still have my Galapagos Xanax as well.
Yeah.
But that's my whole point.
in a
It's,
cute little bottle.
you go into those countries, and they're
Cartoon
like,
character
yeah, if
on
this
it.
helps you fly or nap or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one of those drugs, I believe. I don't know that much about Xanax, but you can't overdose on it. You know what I mean? Like, I think
I'm
if you
sure
take,
I'm
Well,
sure you
could.
could.
Don't take that to heart. I think.
yeah, that's medical advice.
Not
You
medical
out-
advice.
you out there should
Not
try it.
medical advice. Not your doctor. No.
I know you can develop a tolerance to it very quickly
Yeah.
to where you have to take larger and larger amounts.
I don't know. I've taken probably less than 20 in my life. It's usually if I'm
Yeah.
on a flight over 10 hours in coach.
Yeah, it's
But
wonderful.
Regardless, my point is it's completely unregulated in places like the Galapagos, and you just buy it over
And
the counter.
Mexico.
And
Yeah.
Mexico, yeah. No, I know.
Same with the ED meds too. You know, you can get them in the UK and stuff. I've heard in EU where you just buy them over the counter.
Or you can buy them at a gas station.
What?
Yeah, it's just called
the little-
Rhino.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Rhino, or
Jesus.
the little shots in the purple
Bro,
thing.
the pill is like, is that a pill?
It's the size of a rhino.
It's a
It's the size of
suppository.
an elephant bird.
Suppository. Yeah, sticking gas station pills up your ass. You got a
That'll
real
get you hard.
problem. if you guys-
No, you're actually supposed to use it on your partner
Oh
to
my
get hard.
God.
Oh,
Jesus.
I love that. Can we play a game?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Is there a jingle? Just
Can we
do
make
a,
one
do
of
a
those?
generic
Play
jingle.
a jingle.
Press a button. Any button.
Any-
It's the guess the animal based on their native name game.
All right. So here's
That's nice.
if you're watching on YouTube or you're on Apple somewhere where you can leave a comment. I really
If you're somewhere
do
else.
us a favor. I know other podcasts. It really does help us out.
Yeah.
Comment, pop a like, play along with us if you're on YouTube right now,
Mm-hmm.
and see if you can get these faster than
Oh,
we
I
can.
cannot wait to see Kyle pronounce some of these.
And also make fun of Kyle if you're mortified by his pronunciation of these words.
Just on any of our videos, make fun of Kyle.
Let's go, Kyle.
All right,
what do we
yeah,
got?
We're playing Guess the Animal based on their native name.
How does it work, Kyle?
There is a crazy word on screen here that is an animal in its native language.
I think
And,
the title pretty much covers it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
By the way,
You
my
guys gonna
friend
guess.
that I was skiing with who listens goes, "What does Kyle look like?" And
No
'cause
one
I-
knows.
Maybe we
Because
should
he doesn't
make,
watch.
make Kyle
Yeah.
the thumbnail.
And it was a hard. I go, he's a guy.
Yeah.
There's a young guy.
Generic white guy.
Was
Just the guy.
Used to be fat, lost a bunch of weight.
Is that true?
Well, he was chubby. He was dating somebody for a long time. He had that comfort weight on.
I was eating.
That happens to all
And then
of
when
us.
they broke up, immediately got skinny and started
6-pack
pounding
overnight.
other dudes.
Pounding other
Shredded up.
dudes.
All right, let's
All
go.
right, Kyle, let's go.
All right, first up, Ilves. Ilve.
That is not where I would have gone.
Eve.
Elves.
It's spelled like elves, but with an I.
Is that
Alves.
ILVS? LLVS.
I'm going ILVES.
Elves.
It's this is Icelandic for. I'm only going Icelandic because some of them believe in elves. Ilves is Icelandic for mouse.
This is North Polandic reindeer.
Ilves is Scottish for hamster.
He can't find it.
Ah,
Nobody got it.
no
Nobody.
points,
No,
no
this
points.
is Lynx in Finnish.
Finnish.
Okay.
We were all sort of in the
We were circling
in the zone.
the
Yeah.
The
north.
northern regions.
Yeah.
Mhm. I said North Pole. In fact.
Finnish.
Yeah.
Finnish is a very odd language, by the way. I
Why
don't know-
so?
Have you ever heard anybody say anything in Finnish?
I can't say
just
that I
now.
have.
You should, at some point, just listen to somebody say a sentence in Finnish. It all sounds like this, like what Kyle pronounced.
Ilves.
You- In the
Yeah.
background, Kyle, pull up a Finnish sentence so we can maybe hear. Look at leave it. Oh, he's going to play the actual
That's the word lives, Kyle.
with a Z.
He still wrote lives again.
This is good pod.
Yeah.
I love listening to Kyle search for things.
No, we're good. Let's move
Whenever
on.
the Winter Olympics, I always root for the Finnish like skiers and snowboarders.
Well, the girls are insanely gorgeous.
That might have something to do with
Yeah,
it.
it has a lot to do with
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
they have a great flag too.
They do. They
Very
really do.
sleek.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice
Finnish
colors.
flag.
Go ahead,
All right,
Kyle.
zeros across the board.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Next
Yeah,
up is Taka.
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 No, I think that's right.
Taka.
TAKH.
Taka.
Taka. This is the Thailandish tuna fish.
This is wait. Did you
Say-
say you going Thai?
Yeah, Thai.
I'm also going Thai.
He definitely said. Oh, okay.
He said
I see what he was
Thailandish.
trying to say. Okay.
For what? For tuna?
tuna fish. Yeah.
Okay. I think this is Thai tuck for your common domestic cat.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Tuck. Tuck. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Can I tell a story to get to the answer?
Do you
Yeah.
actually know?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's
Can I
good.
still tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Please do.
quick dog leg story. When we were in Myanmar,
Mhm.
our fixer came to us one day and he fed us and we're like, this is delicious. What is it? And he goes, duck.
Duck.
And I was like, excuse me?
Duck.
Duck. I was like, sorry, Soma, what is it? Dog.
Duck.
I was like, we're eating dog? Yes, dog.
Oh no.
He's like, dog, delicious.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, no, don't tell me we're eating dog. Yes, dog. And then I was like, show me. So he takes us around and he
No.
points and he goes, duck. It was a duck. But it sounded like dog.
dog. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to go, tak is whatever they speak in Myanmar. I don't remember anymore.
Burmese, maybe?
Burmese, yes. Burmese.
Is that a
Is that a language?
I'm not sure.
For
It's a
python.
tak. Chicken.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, Kyle, this is
Yeah.
Okay.
this is
So
Nothing.
This is Mongolian
Mm.
Wow.
for the
Eagle.
Przewalski's horse.
Oh come on.
For horse. We're just going horse.
Yes, horse.
By the
We're
way,
just going horse.
You can't think of Mongolian without the word eagle.
Yeah, I know.
Mongolian
Yeah,
eagle.
whoever said eagle immediately of the two of you, that's the only thing I thought of.
I've been listening to this Mongolian band.
Oh, you told me this.
Oh
It's
yeah,
good
the
shit.
rock
The metal band,
Yeah.
metal band. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still listening to them?
Yeah, I like it. It's good, just like mood music. man.
That's okay. I like
It's
it.
called the HU. If you're
the hue.
We watched part of one of their music videos.
yeah, we
That's
were
right.
jamming
Yeah.
out.
Looks
Okay.
like a zebra horse donkey.
Go check out the Patreon.
it's just an obese horse. The
Yeah.
Przewalskis.
Is it beautiful? It's got a good looking
Stunning.
head. I like it.
It's like
Good
a
head.
it's like a horse breeded with a corgi.
good gut on there. Yeah, it's a coursey.
All right. 0
corksy.
points across
If
the
anyone
board.
got that, I'll Venmo you $5.
Yeah,
There you go.
nice.
Yep.
So make sure you DM Pat if you got that.
No, I don't look at DMs because I'm trying not to be on Instagram.
He deleted it from his phone.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You're missing out on all the reels.
But I'm going to
I
come back with a
bombarded you
vengeance and post some new stuff.
Yeah,
New booty pics.
it's been like 3 years.
Let's go.
All
All
right.
right, next up,
He'll never get this one.
Niuhi.
Nope.
Pretty close.
Niuhi.
Nui.
Nui.
Oh, you know this one?
Forrest
No, but that's
knows.
how I'd pronounce it.
Niuhi.
Niuhi.
How would you pronounce it?
Niui.
Niuhi.
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 What
Okay.
language is this?
Hawaiian. This
Okay.
is native Hawaiian. The
Polynesian.
native Hawaiian tuna.
You can't just pick tuna
You
for
just-
each one.
If you just keep going tuna,
Okay.
you will get one day.
Native Hawaiian mahi mahi.
That's a good guess, like Polynesian
That's
adjacent.
where I'm going. Nuhi. Sounds like something out of Moana.
It does, right?
That's
you go.
why I'm going
Go
to go
ahead.
Samoan for parrot.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say it's Fijian
Wow, Fiji.
for monkey.
Please.
Come on, Kyle.
Come
Give
on.
me something. Give me a
Ooh,
ding.
he's reaching to a different part of the mixer.
He can't find
No, he's
anything.
not. Does he not know what button it
Half
is?
point for Peter.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Where's the ding ding?
There's no ding ding.
What?
There it
There you
is.
go.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
that's pleasing.
Half. Yeah, it's half. It is
Half.
Hawaiian for great white shark.
Wow.
And I did get a seafaring animal.
Yeah.
So you have
3/4 of a point.
3/4 of a point.
No,
To
exactly.
0 to 0.
It's half point.
half point. Yeah,
Half
Thanks,
point.
Kyle.
But I just want to point out, like, some of our brosners are going to know that.
I
We
think so.
definitely have
Oh,
some
yeah.
Hawaiian brosners. So.
Oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
think they're going to know that.
Well, how's it pronounced?
Niuhi.
Niuhi.
Sure.
That's-
Niu-
sounds
Niuhi.
So
different.
no one's going to get it.
Different
Okay.
every time.
Number 4. Number 4.
I will put the spelling on the screen for that one.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Buaya.
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 This is definitely the continent of Africa.
Yes, definitely thinking some
Give me,
tribal
give me a language other than Swahili and Afrikaans.
two
Zulu.
languages, please.
Okay, this is
Shauna.
Shauna.
This is Zulu.
Okay.
No, it's definitely Zulu.
Okay.
Buaya
Uh-huh.
for hyena.
Shauna, buffalo.
There you go. I'm going to go Tongan, not Tonga of the country, but Tongan in Southern Africa,
Mm.
Okay.
a language. For Boya.
Boya, boya, boya.
For antelope.
Fuck. Come on.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, crocodile
Yeah.
Oh.
in Tagalog.
Oh, Filipino. That's Filipino.
Buaya.
How did you know that?
I have a Filipino friend.
I wish I could just remember all these.
What's the name of the language?
Tagalog.
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 Well,
Why are
his-
we all saying this like it's a known thing? Is this a known thing?
Well,
Yes.
Kyle's mom
Oh,
is
okay.
Filipino.
Well,
so-
of course, yeah. And
Yeah.
Kwamese.
Tagalog. I mean, you worked with Neil. who's
I didn't know that
Filipino.
he was whatever you just said.
I'm
Tagalog.
married to someone who's half Filipino.
I still didn't know that Tagalog is like a known language.
yeah, that's the main language spoken in the
Okay.
Philippines.
I've never been.
A
I like it
country
when
of
you-
many people.
I would like
had
to go.
many-
I like it when you give Forrest shit. You should do it more often.
No, it's good. I just don't. I don't know these.
Can
things.
you skip
I'm
to number
learning.
6? Let's do one more.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
Okay. This is
Hmm.
Dongyemtsi.
Wow.
Dong Giem.
Dongyemtsi.
I
with a
think
T
you,
at the
I think you
beginning.
nailed that.
Dong Yem Si. Yeah.
Dongyemsi.
3 words, by the way.
I'll go.
See.
I think this is going to be Chinese. A Chinese.
Which language?
Chinese.
Nope.
There's no Chinese language?
Mandarin.
Try again. Mandarin?
Yeah, Mandarin, of course. That's
Of
what
course.
I said. This is a Mandarin donkey.
Because it says dong for the first 3
Well,
letters.
it was either
it
that
went
or a
immediately
Mandarin
to
penis.
Done.
Dongyemte
What are you
is
going with?
Vietnamese
Mm,
for a langer.
Okay. I'm gonna-
Dongyemte.
But Kyle looks very disappointed.
Yeah.
yeah.
He has such a judging look when we
A
do
He's
that.
very
langer.
judgy.
Yeah.
But why is it 3 words?
Because I feel like every name of something in Vietnam is 3 words.
All right, Cambodian. Yeah, I'm a loser. Cambodian for monkey.
It's the same. You said the same thing. You just ripped mine off.
Oh.
I did.
So you guys are kind of close.
What is
Are
it?
we?
It's
Mandarin.
Lao.
Dzongkha, which is the official language of Bhutan.
Should have known that.
Or takin.
For takin.
Pull up a takin.
And what was the language again?
It's Bhutan.
Where's Bhutan? What language area is that
So
from?
I
don't
put
know.
in Mishmi
Sorry.
takin quickly. Just put Mishmi in front of the word.
Mishmi
I just
takin.
got to work with one of these things. It's the rarest of the takin.
No.
Spaz. Unbelievably violent, crazy fucking thing.
How big? It's hard to tell.
Looks
How
like
big
a
is that?
ram.
Huge.
Like
Yeah.
400 pounds?
Yeah, like 400 or 500 pounds. Like towers
Oh,
over
dude,
you.
that's a scary looking
So
animal.
the
Holy
one
shit.
that I got to meet
It's like
recently,
a bull and a ram.
her name was
combined.
like Bubbles or something. It had this like lovely name.
Yeah.
And
of
then you
course.
call her over. So yeah, see it next to the guy there in the little thing. It's big.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ones I met were bigger than that. But so they're goat relative, the Mishmi takin.
Okay.
And I got to meet one recently. And you call it over, you're like, Bubbles, Bubbles. And it comes over like, no, it's like super friendly and sweet and even like nuzzles against like the side of the wall. And I was talking to the guy, I was like, can I go in with her? He's like, oh, fucking way, you're going in with her. And as I'm petting her, she goes from like nuzzling like this, me with a mic, to just like
Oh,
full
boy.
fucking headbutt. Ow, that hurt.
Yeah, don't use your nose
Jesus.
when you headbutt, ladies and
Extreme
gentlemen.
like aggression trying to kill me. And
Where
then,
did headbutt you? In the chest?
no, it hit the cage.
Oh,
thankfully.
okay.
It was
Yeah.
through the bars, but then immediately went back to like purring and seeking attention. Like completely spazzed, just like
Yeah.
light switch flipping.
That's-
What does
like
a takin
Charlie.
purr sound like?
Uh,
Like actually sound like a cat?
no,
purr?
they make like farty noises. Yeah, pretty farty. Yeah.
Evidently, there's a shoe that
Yeah,
has
Go to the
same
talking takin. Let's go with that.
Name. Oh, here we go.
See if we get some
Talking
audio out of this.
All right, here we go.
That's a bird.
That's a
That's a
kookaburra, not
bird.
that.
Here we go.
Let's see.
These are very rare hoofed animals from China called takin.
Oh, China.
The head buddy is the female.
Takin.
The male's relative.
Is it called a
frankly, is
takin?
also
No.
apart. We separate them at night, and then we'll keep them together until.
Well, we're just gonna listen to this guy talk.
All
the
right,
whole time.
that's
But
that's
it
horrible.
isn't. They make kind of farty noises. But yeah, no, really weird because it would just go back and forth between being very like loving and friendly and wanting to murder you with all of its might for like 15 seconds.
Oh, which one was this? The Dong Yem Tse?
Yeah.
Dong
Yeah.
Yem
So
Tse.
what did I say? Mandarin?
Yes.
So it is from China. Just want to point that out. That's what the guy just said.
Give him his half a point. Let him win today.
That's a full
He
point.
already has a point.
That's a full
Yeah.
point.
right.
Nicely
That's what I'm
done.
saying. He's got
What-
2 half points.
Plus a bonus half.
There you go. Good for you, Peter. You're the best at
All
this.
right, I'll see you guys later.
Hey, we've played this game a bunch of times because we love it. Just comment if you're watching, listening. Comment love game or hate game.
Yeah, smart.
Just
Smart.
that simple, and just so we know what the general consensus is.
I
on
like
the
that.
game.
Love game or hate game.
And you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the
Do the
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
wildtimes.club for all the links to everything that we offer. We do several more bonus podcasts every month. I think there's a total of 6, including the bonus pods. You can get it all ad-free. Hate ads. Go there. Get it. It's nothing. It's a cheap monthly little thing. Do it. Kyle, do the music. wildtimes.club/info.
This was fun.
Was fun.
I'm fucking wired.
From the mushroom ship.
Everything caffeine.
Dong
Magic.
yam
Feels
tay.
good.
Everything.
No
Feel
problems
good.
here.
Good night.
Love it. Hate it.
Smell.
Comment.
Smell.com.
Fart.